Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. As you know, I freed young Minphilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. 'Twas there that she awakened. The Minphilia of old. My Minphilia.
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
Oh my god.
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make. It is hers. This child's. This Minphilia's. You have ever watched over me, Thancred. Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me. There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minphilia, wait!
What happened?
And then she was gone. Minphilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it. I have told her many things, where we came from, what we fight for, but of that day, I have not spoken.
What the heck? We're supposed to cross this. Are you serious? Is this Fall Guys? Good thing I'm light on my feet. Alright, thank you, What the Orion just like flew over there.
Keep your guard up.
Do you think I can backflip over there? What do you guys think? Let's try it. Jay did. But he did it. That's not. Oh my god. They're fighting without me.
I realized then that it was the only reason he kept me close. As a contingency. The truth is, he can't stand to be around me. Because I'm not her. I'm not his Minphilia.
Oh, that's so heartbreaking for her to feel that way.
Once, we journeyed to Nabatha together. To the place where the Oracle appeared and stayed the flood. As we drew near, I felt as though I was fading away. I shut my eyes and covered my ears, and then... I'm not sure what happened after that. I have a vague feeling that I said something to him. Only it wasn't me at all. It was her.
But she kind of remembers.
Afterwards, Thancred didn't say a word. Only kept to himself and brooded. There's nothing I can do for him. Nothing I can offer but my presence. Though it only reminds him of his loss.
Such boredom. Such tedium have we suffered. It is unfair. Unfair. Come. Come and play with us.
Okay.
He found during an adventure. Fashioned it into a necklace for me. His partner in crime. I had not the words to tell him then, but it filled my heart with pride. I was so happy. His name was Artbert, and he was my friend.
Aww.
Ardbert, thou sayest.
Everyone blamed him for the flood, him and his comrades. Some few spoke up for them, of the many whose lives they had touched. But as the years went by, their voices were drowned out by those who only uttered the adventurers' names as a curse. It was too much to bear. And so I left behind men and their lies, and came to this place. Ardbert was a trusting soul, constantly being drawn into the troubles of others. Yet in spite of this, he never thought twice when he saw someone in need. He always tried to help. It was no different then. The world needed heroes. It needed him. And yet, he was a good man. He deserved to be happy. I wish I could have told him that, at least.
Oh, for him to be standing there to hear all this.
Are you deaf? I said...
Oh, what? What?
What? What's happening?
They are very scary, but they're great.
Water? That wasn't there before. Ah!
Oh my gosh!
Help me!
Oh! Aww. Squirtles.
I see. Well, it's a good thing Fairies volunteered to become king in your stead, for all our sakes.
We are grateful for your timely aid, Fairies, or should I say, your majesty.
It was the first night in recent memory. We all of us but wished to make the most of it. That's something you must remember about us Fae folk. Though our existence may be eternal, we exist only for the present. We live in the here and now, paying no mind to futures that may or may not be. To wit, we are not driven as men are. We cannot fight for such causes as men do.
Does that mean you won't aid us against the Sin Eaters?
Not unless the mood takes us. But if it was to repay a debt, well then, that's another matter. To take back as much as is taken. To create as much as is destroyed. To give as much as is received. Such is the way of Ilmeg. By this law, we shall lend you our strength. In return for the beautiful sky you have restored to us. In times of need, do not hesitate to call.
Oh, I want to ask both. Yeah, but what about us?
Silly sapling. I shall remain at your side. Even should my body be in the castle, 'tis a simple thing to have a little part of me accompany you. Treat them as you would Isnefis.
I didn't expect to like my little fairy so much. God,
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page.
Alright, Orionje is not bad looking, he just talks too much.
Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Pray take your rest and recover. Who wrote that?
From the Exarch, is it?
Oh.
With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know. He'll probably think you're talking to yourself.
So I have 2 stalkers?
What? What about Seto? What is there to say? All right.
I'm bonding with him.
He's done some growing. When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big.
Wait a second. Wait a second. For all of you who said that I would put another person on my wall. Is it him? What?
he obviously couldn't speak.
Okay, don't answer me, guys.
I had no idea how much that medallion meant to him. What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto? Chocobo, perhaps? Come on, you tell me something for a change.
Are we bonding right now? We're bonding! Hi, new friend. Who only I can see. Ghost friend. Who can watch me in my sleep. What a weird... Alright, you evil bastard.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
Yeah.
I think I preferred La Habrea.
No, okay.
Enough. Runar, report.
Could it be?
Master Matoya!
Yes! Yes, it is! Oh, it's Ishtola!
We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minphilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not. There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though she is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but 2 Light Wardens have already perished by her most puissant hand.
It cannot be.
I'm so upset that I know she's blind, but it was just really upsetting in that moment, okay, that she didn't know it was me. It's very sad.
But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
Have you struck a chord?
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
I want to give him a hug! Oh, Thancred.